into retreat for a year or something like this, and maybe meditate on Yamantaka. This is what I wanted. It's a very wrathful deity. Looks like that. So I thought he would give me that. That's what I expected. He said, next time you get angry, go for a walk. I thought, okay, well, great, you know. So then it was long enough. I was asked to do something that I can't do, but I can fake that I know how to do it. Is Qigong at that time. So that was working very well for the center, because people would come for Qigong courses, yeah, because you have an immediate result. So I did one. It came out more or less. People were happy, but I felt like a fake because I haven't studied it. I just practiced it for a while. So then the director said, "Oh, can we do another?" And I went like this, you know, because I said I do one, but then that's it. So he wanted to, can we do another one? And I was about to hit him, which I didn't, luckily. That's many years ago, okay? So I don't go like this anymore. Only in my dreams, but also that's a long time ago. So then I remembered Rinpoche saying, "You get angry, go for a walk." So I went out to the walk, and I don't know how many of you know Tushita. There's Tushita and there's the chai shop. Okay, there's this little walk to the chai shop, to Anil's chai shop. So halfway to the chai shop, I had this thought, I move out of here. And the whole thing fell apart. I don't have to be here. You know, I'm here as a volunteer. I'm not getting paid, so I don't have to do this. So I came back, and I said to the director, I'm moving out. And he said, "You can't do that." I said, "Yes, I can." So I moved out. 2 months later, I was back. Because I realized how much I liked this place, how ideal it is for practice. But the anger was gone. Towards the people there, not completely, but towards the people there. So this is always, the anger is like, move away from the situation and then work on it. Yeah. If you're too close to the situation, you can't work with your anger. We'll talk about this afternoon. But now we're doing a short reflection, maybe, again. To get in contact with your mind. That's what it's for. Not to feel good, you know. If you only want to get in contact with your good, the mind that feels good, you refuse to look when it doesn't feel good. And then how can you have compassion for yourself? Not self-pity, poor me, it's, may I be free from this suffering? Or may I be able to accept it when you see that there's nothing you can change, me, my aging body. You know, yesterday, I don't know if the lady's still here, who asked about what if you see the signs of dementia. Yeah. It's frightening, you know? But then we go like, I'm not the only one. And I am in a country where I'll be looked after, for example. And then this, not may I be free from that, because if it comes, yeah? And for the moment we don't have, and to be honest about this is very important, not to hide it. To be honest that, look, I don't know what's going on, I keep forgetting things and all this. Not to feel ashamed. Why feel ashamed? You didn't want it, it came. It goes for every sickness. Nobody wants to be sick. It just came, yeah? And then to have compassion, may I be able to be free from the suffering of rejection and the fear of it coming. And to go, okay, let it come. At the moment it's not so bad yet. So if it wants to come, because the more you're tight about this and nervous about this, the worse it gets. But it's difficult, you know, it sounds very easy to do, to accept your problems that will come in the future. But it's not easy. It's practice. You keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it. This, may I be free from the fear of dementia. May I be able to accept dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever comes. Yeah? And then all of a sudden, then we do something this afternoon that we do that might help. We call Tonglen, giving and taking it voluntarily. Yeah? And first, at the beginning, when you start to do this practice, if you do it properly, it creates a lot of fear, which it should, because it's frightening. But then, when we face the fear, we develop courage. You see, every problem you run away from, you become weaker. Every problem you face and you transcend it, you become stronger. Because running away from the problem is still there. And you try to ignore it, but you can't. And you're not the only one having problems. Everybody has problems. Yeah? And for everybody, their problem is a big problem. But we can sometimes look at somebody, you know, when you see somebody who is, I don't know, who is really poor and has lots of bills they can't pay, and you're sick. So you can say, at least I'm not poor at the same time, you know. So you try to find situations, realistic situations, that can be there, but wow, but they're not there. And then we kind of open up a bit. And then the situation is still the same, but you don't feel the same. And you become I'm not saying that friend of mine, you know, that I said yesterday, she says to everybody, look, you know, maybe I should know you, but I don't know you because I have Alzheimer's, I forgot to know you. And so, you see, also, but then people know, so they don't go like, oh, what a weird woman. They know, and they become very open and very compassionate, and when she says something weird or funny, it's not a problem. But she has moments of sadness and frustration and also impatience. I'm not saying she's kind of always happy, but she deals with it in a very, very inspiring way, I think. And many people love her for that. She is my example of it can also go this way. It's possible. I had another example of a monk in New Zealand. He can hardly walk. He has so much pain in his joints. But they cannot replace the joints because his heart is very weak. So they can't operate on him. He is joking around the whole time. He makes maybe 5 steps in a day. From his room, he has the room right next to the kitchen where we also eat. It's a spiritual community. It's a monk. It's a center. That's all he can do. From his room to the dining room, back to his room. He's joking around with everybody. So this was also when I started having all these body pains. He was my source of inspiration. I can become like him. It is possible not to be grumpy and in a bad mood and full of fear, even though you're full of pain. So take those people as an example. And then even, I want to become an inspiration for others like this. There's another woman, Eléa, I don't know if anybody knows her, in France. She has rheumatic arthrosis, you know, when you get like this. And you know, like also now she can hardly swallow, and they had to kind of stabilize the spine here so she can't move the head anymore, and all this. She has moments of despair, but for many, many, many years she still came to India, hardly being able to walk, needing help and all this. And she said, I'm useless, you know. She used to translate into French, and she would kind of type like this on the computer. And now she can't even do that anymore. And she said, I'm so useless. But then, from my side, I used to say, but Eléa, you are such an inspiration. You know, we're sitting in Rinpoche's teachings with a healthy body complaining that it's too long. You are sitting there with that sick body. So how can I complain? Yeah, so like that. So, also, I think it was in Monash when we had this thing about death and dying. We had a course on death and dying, I think. And we talked about, you do courses on how to die good, how to have a good death. It's great, because that's one course where nobody says, I don't believe it. Because we all have to die. That is something that we see, we all have it in common. And it's these things that we have in common that unite us. That's why these courses are so heartwarming always. Because the Jews die, the Christians die, the Buddhists die, the atheists die. Everybody dies. So somebody said, no, if I get sick and people have to look after me, I want to die. I don't want to do that. There's no use. And I just said, have you ever thought that it is beneficial for people to look after somebody that is sick? How many of you have looked after your sick or dying parents? Was it easy? No. Was it heartwarming? Yes. So what do we want? Easy or heartwarming? Okay, you're not sure yet, so think about this. What do I want? Something that brings me in contact with my warm, open heart. Or just an easy life. What do I want? Make up your mind. Yeah? When nobody allows us to take care of them, we're not getting in contact with our compassion. Then we get in contact with this kind of inactive compassion that feels guilty and bad and hurts with the other one. Whereas, if compassion is a mind that knows what to do, either to interfere and help or to accept, and then it's relaxed. What we call compassion is the thing that hurts because we don't know what to do. Yeah? But by just doing whatever you can, you get in contact with that kind of genuine, authentic compassion. The open heart. The heart who has an urge to help. And if you can't help, who's still totally open and just accepts. And is still there, has the courage to still be there. That is authentic compassion. What we have is kind of fake compassion. We hurt with the other one. And then we feel so bad that we can't even look at them anymore. And we call that compassion. Okay. So let's do that contemplation of, again, what do I want? By the way, I forgot to ask, is everybody more or less okay? More or less, because okay, you can't be. It's impossible. So, is everybody not too bad? Yeah? Some people answer. This was a question for you. I asked you this question in a very sincere way. You seem to be totally uninterested. Because if it's something that is bothering you, maybe we can do something about it. But if you don't say it, I'm not a Californian. In California, they say, oh, hi, how are you today? You prepare for an answer and they're already gone. It's their way of saying hello. If I ask somebody, how are you, I mean it. Is everybody more or less okay? Some people still don't answer. What's wrong with you guys? What are you afraid of? Okay? Yes, so then we rejoice that nobody needs special care at the moment. Everybody's more or less okay. It could be totally different. So we have a group of 80 people, everybody more or less okay. That is loving kindness. We rejoice that everybody's more or less okay. Get in contact with that. Or don't. What can I do? Okay, close your eyes and rejoice in that fact. A group of 80 people where nobody needs special care. So I can concentrate on my own mind. I don't need to be drawn out to go help somebody. It's wonderful. And you would take it as for, well, of course. Better. No, it's not. Each of us could be sick and needing special care. It's wonderful. And if you're not okay and you didn't say it, well, what can I do? Try to sit up with a straight back, full of self-confidence. At the moment, I am more or less okay, and so are the others around me. Isn't that wonderful? And then get in contact with what we call the open heart, the space there, and we rejoice. You see, we will all die, but we're not dead yet. So that's great reason to rejoice. We have so many capacities, we have so many possibilities. We can make so many choices what we want to do with our life. So that when the time comes and we have to go, we can say, I led a meaningful life. Whatever you find is meaningful. Try to relax your face. I look at your faces. Oh my gosh. Put a smile on it, please, for your own sake. If your body is tense, the mind cannot relax. And then really be aware of what is going on inside your body. And before you go there, before you look to make a decision, whatever will be there is okay. I'm just going to look. I don't want to interfere. Don't look at me, I'm not your body. Close your eyes. Really connect. I mean, that's all we have. Body and mind. How do my legs feel? Go there. Don't go good or bad. Be realistic. Are they tingling? Is there something pushing there or pulling? Or is it hot or is it cold? The words good and bad are not useful in your meditation. So with your in-breath, be in your legs. With your out-breath, open up. Make it spacious. Then move upwards. Go to your buttocks, belly, genitals, lower back. How does my belly feel? And really be there, so that you know how it feels. Not having ideas about it, but to feel it. And whatever it feels is okay. And see how it changes. How it's vibrant. Then we move up to the chest where this good heart is sitting. How does it feel there? If it feels nothing, then you would go, well, it feels nothing, but I doubt it. Really look very deep. Don't be afraid. So when you breathe in, you know what is there in your heart. When you breathe out, you breathe into it, you give it space to whatever is there. There's a lot of space already, you're not, oh, I need more space. Whatever space is there is good. If it feels like a black rock there, it's okay. Give that rock space. If there's fear, give it space. If there's anger, give it space. If there's love and light, give it space. Then go to your shoulders, your neck, your throat. Try to sit still. Look, don't move, look. Again, by breathing in, you're aware of that area. By breathing out, you open up down to the smallest cells, but not by moving, mentally. Think like the cells, like little flowers when the sun shines on them. They just open up when you breathe out. If there's pain, open up to the pain. Let it come. Don't be afraid of it. You see, life is painful. This is what the Buddha says. And we refuse to believe it. But he also gives us a cure to open up towards the pain, to recognize it as impermanent, as having causes. It is not existing from its own side. Everything can change. Then go to your face again, please, because again, some of you totally cramped up. Relax the muscles around your mouth, around your eyes, on your front. As you breathe out, let these muscles be, let them go. Don't hold them. Especially behind and around your eyes. And then just be with that, whatever it is again, by being with your breath, being aware when you breathe in, that you're breathing in, being aware when you breathe out, you're breathing out. And if you want to follow the whole cycle, you follow the whole cycle. If you want to feel it in your chest, feel it in your chest, where the lungs are. You want to feel the small pressure at your nostril as it comes in. You stay there. You want to feel the rising and falling of your abdomen. You go there. Or if you want to practice shamatha, then you know how to do that. Then you do that for a short while. Allow your mind to see what is there, because then we have innate intelligence and wisdom, and the things will start to transform almost by themselves. Have that trust that this basic goodness that we all have, if we give it a chance, it always wins. Because it feels better. And it's genuine. All our defilements, negative emotions, they're fake. They're produced by thoughts. They're not innate, they're not natural. They need causes. Whereas this openness doesn't need any causes. It's our nature. So give it a chance, please, to manifest your own goodness, your own kindness, your own good heart. Let it appear. then just for a short while, from your own side, you start to contemplate, what does it mean being healthy? What would I call a healthy person? And try maybe to look at mental health, not so much at physical health. Because it's true that a healthy body can be a basis for a healthy mind, but not necessarily. I know people who have very healthy bodies, very strong, very fit, have rotten minds, only concerned about themselves. And a good heart and a healthy mind can still be in a sick body. We all know examples. So then contemplate, for me, what does it mean, a healthy mind? So then I'm sure we all have this wish to have a healthy mind. I hope so. The yearning for it. So then a healthy mind, even though healthy mind actually doesn't need causes because it's healthy by nature, but its health is covered by things that cause it to be tight and small and narrow. So we can either sit for the rest of our lives just with the wish to have a healthy mind and then be totally depressed that we don't, or we could start looking around. What causes the healthy mind to appear? Or if that is too funky, kind of what would heal the mind? And then you think, what would heal my mind? And then be realistic, try to find something that you can do when we go here in this area. It would heal my mind if there would be peace. Well, you know, you as an individual, what are you going to do? If, for example, if I take this example and you can think, it would heal my mind that I'm careful that I'm not contributing to the aggression and fear and pain. To make a strong decision, to be careful, to be mindful, not to increase it, but to work with a peaceful mind. It's an individual decision that you can do. I'm not saying you should do that. It's just a suggestion. Take it out, look at it.